Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to look at some sustainability tricks that I use in my everyday life. So these are things that are really simple and easy to do and really cost effective too. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will have some new ideas about how to be a little bit more sustainable. Before I start with the first one, I'd just like to remind you guys to subscribe and press the like button so you can continue to follow my videos in the future. Okay, let's get started. Okay guys, so I'm actually going to start down here on the floor because I'm going to be giving you guys some tips about footwear. So first one is, if you have boots like these, probably you find they just flop over when you're not wearing them, right? So they need something inside ideally to keep them upright and to support them. So you can buy kind of these plastic fillers that go inside them. But what I do, I just take an old newspaper or magazine or whatever I have lying around, I roll it up and then I pop it inside the boot like that. And this helps support them and keep them upright in my wardrobe. The second tip I have for you again is using newspaper. So if you guys end up with really wet trainers or whatever shoes you're wearing, which is very likely if you live in the UK. So what I like to do is take some newspaper, fold it up like that, and then I just pop it inside the shoe, and this helps take out any moisture and dry the shoes out quicker. The last thing I'd like to say about footwear is that I really recommend investing in good quality footwear. So before I buy shoes and boots now, I always check underneath and to make sure that they have a good sole and a heel that can be re-heeled. So as soon as these wear down, I basically just take them to Timpson's usually, which is like a shoe place in Cambridge, and they put a new heel on it for me and they last ages this way. It's actually so much cheaper than buying cheaper shoes and having to replace them every year, I find. If you're able to re-heel them, they'll probably last years. And you should be investing in things that you actually like. So if you buy a pair of shoes that you're not sure about, probably you're never gonna wear them. And so you're gonna get through shoes a lot quicker. So invest in things that you actually like. Okay guys, moving on to the next one. So this seems like a really obvious one. So I was considering not including it, but I've realized from speaking to people that things that seem really obvious for me may not necessarily be obvious for other people. So I'm gonna share this one anyway, which is, if you have a hole in your clothes, sew it up. Now I'm gonna hold my hands up here guys and say I am not very good at sewing. If I ever find holes in my clothes, usually I ask my mom because I know it's gonna be better if she does it. But I had a hole in my jumper the other day and I thought, hey, let's give it a go. It can't be that bad, right? And so I just followed a really simple YouTube video and found a way to sew up the hole. And it literally took me like a couple of minutes, so it's really easy to do. So if you're not sure, jump on YouTube and have a look. Repair the clothes you have. Don't just throw them out as soon as you see a hole or something that's wrong with them. Okay, next one. If you're into kind of more sustainable living, you guys should be collecting jars. There are so many things you can do with jars. I love them. So just to give you an example, this was actually a yogurt pot, which is like the most fancy yogurt pot I've ever seen in my life. So once my mum had eaten the yogurt, I just washed it out and I now use it to hold my brushes. Jars are also perfect for making gifts. Just clean them out. You can fill them with anything you like, whether that be hot chocolate powder or bath salts, anything like that. Then just pop a little bow around the top, decorate it slightly, and then you've got a really cute handmade gift. So next time, before you throw out your jars, wash them out and think about how you can use them in other ways. Okay, next one is about this guy, which is a cotton bud. So I'm really bad at makeup, and so whenever I do my makeup, I always end up with loads of mascara and eyeliner all over my face. Okay, so I find these cotton buds are really, as I was saying, I find these cotton buds really useful for kind of removing any unwanted makeup all over my face. So these ones are made from paper, not plastic. So yeah, I basically just use them along kind of my eyes. But once I've used it once, I don't just throw it away, because probably I've only used one side of the cotton buds. So I pop it in my makeup bag, and then the next day when I need to use it again, because like I said, I'm really bad at makeup, I then use the other side. So I can get a few uses out of these, if I'm honest. If you have reusable makeup pads like I do, I guess you could also use those. But because they're quite big and chunky, I find they're not very good for removing eye makeup. So I tend to use these. And I'm going to pop this back in my makeup bag for tomorrow. Okay, the next one I have for you is one of my favorite ones. I actually shared this tip on my Instagram maybe a few months ago. And it's something I've kind of always done. And I had a few people contact me saying, oh, this is a really good idea. I've never thought of this before. And so of course I wanted to include it in today's video. So any products like this, whether it be shampoos, body wash, conditioner, whatever it is you're using, probably you have experienced this. So when it gets down to the end and you're sort of there squeezing, trying to get the last bit out, it generally doesn't come out, but you know there's stuff still in there. So when it gets to that point, I just take the scissors, cut it open, and that way you can kind of take it out with your hands and use all of the product in the container. And then once you're done, this is important, is to pop this bit back inside because that stops it from drying out. If you just leave it open, it will dry out within a day. I find when I do this, I usually get another week's worth of product out of the tubes. Again, this is something that can save you money in the long run, so it's really worth doing. Okay, next tip, invest in products with multiple uses. I personally like coconut oil. You don't have to buy coconut oil. You can buy argan oil or whatever oil you prefer. And then try and use it in more than just one way. So I tend to use coconut oil on my hair as a deep conditioner. I sometimes use it on my skin before going to bed. I sometimes use some around my eyes like an eye cream. I use it as a hand cream, and I also use it as a body cream. So by just using this one product, I'm avoiding buying maybe 5 or 6 other products. Don't get me wrong, I do use other oils and things, not just coconut oil, because it's something that's very, very oily and I wouldn't recommend using it every day. But I find by using this, I can reduce buying other products and therefore reducing plastic and wastage. Okay guys, we're nearly at the end. I just have 2 more for you. So stop buying those miniature products that you buy before you go on vacation. First of all, they're really expensive. For just like a shampoo like that, it can cost like £3. Whereas if you buy a big one, it can be like £4 or £5. So first of all, in my opinion, they're really overpriced. Second of all, a cheaper option would be to just buy one of these refillable containers, and then using the products you already have, just put them inside this and then take them with you on holiday. These are great because obviously you can use them again and again and again. Just once they're finished, just wash them out, and that's all you have to do. Last one I have for you guys is not necessarily a new thing, but I think a lot of people don't do it, and that is making gifts. So I hold my hands up. I quite often just buy gifts on Amazon or online stores, especially in this period because it's not possible for us to see any of our friends or family, and so it's the easiest option. But I've kind of promised myself that this year I will try and make more gifts. For Valentine's Day this year, I received some beautiful roses, and instead of just throwing them away, I decided to dry out the petals, and that way I can make some gifts with them. It was really easy. Just take the petals off, put them on a window ledge, ideally on a sunny day, and then they dry out really quickly. In fact, I think these dried out within about a day. So I guess this is where the jars come in handy. So I was thinking to get a jar to put some sea salts, bath salts in them, and then some of these dried roses. And that way your friends can enjoy a nice relaxing bath with floating roses. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? This one I can't take credit for. This was my friend Kay, and she sent me this for my birthday. So these are wildflowers from New Zealand, and she's basically just framed them. So it's a really cute little gift. Again, it's something most people can do, but because it's personalized, it means a lot more than just buying any odd gift off of Amazon. Okay guys, so those were my 10 tricks to becoming more sustainable. I hope you enjoyed them. Please let me know down in the comments if you're gonna try any of them. Also, let me know if you guys have any other tips and ideas. I'm always looking for new ways to become more sustainable. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon.